Hey there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with a short comic book pickup video. I just wanted to share with you guys the comic books that I picked up, the last comic books that I'm going to pick up for this year. Since the next 2 weeks is Christmas and New Year's, and I usually don't like going for my comic book run during those 2 weeks because a lot of people cross the border and the waiting lines are just insane. So these are the last comic books that I'm going to pick up for this year, so I wanted to share them with you guys. For freebies, I got at the comic book store this Squadron Supreme poster. There's going to be a new Squadron Supreme comic book. And on the flip side, it has some promotions for some new books that Marvel's going to release. Oh, accidentally got two. Oh. Also, they gave me this free Star Wars sampler. It has a sampling of each of the first issues that they released. Star Wars, Vader, and Princess Leia, plus a couple of others like Lando and I think Chewbacca. But yeah, really digging the Marvel Star Wars comic books. Went to the back issue bin, and I saw this one, and I don't own this one, so I picked it up. This is Fantastic Four issue 513. Team up with Spider-Man, and seeing the Fantastic Four interact with Spider-Man is always cool. Plus, this was during Mark Waid's and Mike Wieringo's, I think it was Mike Wieringo, their run, and I really liked the artwork of Mike Wieringo. Unfortunately, he's no longer here. He passed away a couple of years ago, but I really liked his artwork. I thought it was really cool, so I want to get a couple of more of the issues in this run, because I really like this run. Okay, on to new books. I picked up Aliens vs. Vampirella, issue 4. The xenomorph that was inside Vampirella hatched, and it turned out to be a queen, and now you have a queen with vampire power. So, this thing's set in the future again, so Vampirella's basically trying to deal with the xenomorphs. Plus, also it appears a vampire queen has woken up, so now you got, Vampirella, a vampire queen, and a vampire xenomorph queen, so that should be interesting. Picked up Amazing Spider-Man issue 4. Spider-Man's gone, like said last videos, he's gone international, but so has the Green Goblin. The Green Goblin has also pushed his Goblin brand international, so yeah, I'm still kind of getting the hang of this new Spider-Man thing. Picked up Batman 47. They released a couple of these bagged Batman books. I have not opened this one, so I don't know what variant or cover I have here. So I haven't read it. I actually should have opened it before this, but I might keep that seal. This I was looking forward to. I picked up Batman versus or meets the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The concept of this is insane, but I really dug the idea when I first heard about it. You know, one of my two favorite comic book characters, Batman, the other Wolverine, is meeting up with my favorite franchise from the 80s, the Ninja Turtles, and I thought that was pretty cool. The Foot Clan is stealing things from Gotham, and Batman meets the Shredder, who one of the Foot Soldiers mentions Turtles, and Shredder threatens Batman, then he disappears, and the next thing Batman sees is the Turtles, so he's like, maybe they're involved. So next issue might be a fight between, like most of these superhero crossovers. There's a misunderstanding, and then the hero fights the other hero. In this case, Batman's slightly outnumbered because it's 4 turtles. And, yeah, that won't bode well for Batman, but he's Batman, so he might, actually give the turtles a good fight. Also, Killer Croc fights the turtles, and he gets his ass handed to himself. So, yeah, I really dig this. It's going to be a 6-issue miniseries, so this promises to be really good. Picked up the last of the Darkseid War one-shots. This is the Darkseid War Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor is possessed by the energy of Darkseid. So now he's the new Darkseid. So yeah, I don't know how long these changes. Actually, Justice League right now is very weird, because it doesn't seem to be tied into the DC continuity. For example, Bruce Wayne is still Batman, and right now Jim Gordon is Batman, and Superman still has his full power set. So the current storyline of the Darkseid War just doesn't fit into the main continuity right now, and I don't know how long this is gonna last. Because Superman, Batman, The Flash, Shazam, and Lex Luthor have whole kind of evolved into new gods. So I don't know how this is gonna work. But this was an interesting look at the new Lex Luthor. Picked up Star Wars 13, Part 3 of the 6-part Vader Down crossover. Darth Vader is looking for Luke Skywalker, but he has to go through the whole Rebel Alliance to get to him. While also Vader's sidekicks have captured Luke Skywalker, and there's an interesting fight between that battle mech droid and R2-D2, and R2-D2 threatens the battle mech with his little shock thing, and then the battle mech releases a whole bunch of miniguns and lasers and stuff. I thought it was pretty cool, but I'm digging the Star Wars crossover. Picked up Star Wars Annual. Marvel's releasing 2 annuals this year, one for Star Wars, the other for Vader. This is basically a spy that's working inside the Empire and how he has to get information to the Rebel Alliance. Picked up Secret Wars Part 8 of 9. Honestly, this series should have ended a while ago, but Marvel has been pushing back the comics, and so far this is turning into a really big letdown. They have one more. This was supposedly the last issue. It was going to be an 8-issue miniseries, but Marvel decided to extend that to a 9-issue series. So yeah. But here you have Franklin controlling Galactus, fighting against the giant Ben Grimm, while Black Panther and Namor unleash a wave of zombies on Doom's forces. And there's all this infighting, and honestly, this issue feels kind of disjointed. It doesn't feel very structured, very stable, It's a weird read, honestly. But the one highlight is that Thanos goes up against God Emperor Doom, and he's like, "Oh, I'm Thanos. I'm the Mad Titan. I worshiper of death. Yielder of the Infinity Gauntlet, I can give you a fight." And then Thanos, Doctor Doom just rips out Thanos' skeleton and kills him. I thought that was pretty cool. But one more issue to go that eventually will be released, and this whole thing will end. So they'll reboot the Marvel Universe, even though the Marvel Universe is already going. The last issue I picked up is Extraordinary X-Men issue 3. Here, Old Man Logan encounters Jean Grey. This is very interesting to me because you have 2 displaced characters. Jean Grey was displaced from the past. Old Man Logan is displaced from possible future. Meeting up and going over their history, and Old Man Logan feels like he's destined to kill the X-Men. Well, at the same time, the Extraordinary X-Men are fighting demons. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. The artwork is pretty cool. Humberto Ramos is kind of hit or miss with certain comic book fans, but I like his artwork fine. And it's interesting to see this. Like I said, I would prefer the 616 Wolverine to somehow be brought back to life, but his death has led to some really cool things. Mostly, like I said, last video, X-23, or Lara, is now the new Wolverine. So she's become a legacy character, so I think that's pretty cool. And you still get your Wolverine fix with Old Man Logan. I'm guessing this is going to last until, because right now, next year, the X-Men Apocalypse movie is going to release, and then eventually they've announced that there's going to be one last Hugh Jackman Wolverine movie that's going to take up the Old Man Logan storyline. So I guess that's why they did this, so that people are familiar with Old Man Logan for that movie. But yeah, I'm digging this. I'm liking this a lot, and looking forward to Uncanny X-Men. There's going to be an Uncanny X-Men reboot where it's kind of like X-Force. Magneto forms his own team to go after the threats that want to take out mutants. So that should be interesting. So looking forward to that. But basically, right now my Marvel pull list is X-Men, Star Wars, and Spider-Man. I'm not picking up Avengers. Not picking up pretty much anything else. I'm just sticking to Spider-Man, X-Men, and Wolverine, the all-new Wolverine. Yeah, because I really like the idea of Laura taking up the mantle of Wolverine, and that's it. I'm not picking up anything else, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Like I said, a very short video. Not many comic books I picked up. I'd like to recommend the standouts, and that's going to be this one, Batman vs. the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. A crossover I honestly never thought would happen, and it's mind-blowing that it's happening. So yeah, really looking forward to this. I'm a sucker for what-if stories and crossovers, so I'm looking forward to this a lot. So, and this one I haven't read, so should have opened it just to see what it is. But yeah, that, like I said, was the comic book pickup video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78, thanking you and signing out.